Dear human, dear soul, I welcome you to my podcast series, Conversations with the Universe. Since a near-death experience, I have the gift to communicate with subtle levels of the cosmos. The knowledge from these for us invisible forms of energy I capture in my books, and it is now a great pleasure for me to share this knowledge, these conversations, with you as a supplement to the books. Please excuse me if the terms and articulations are not perfect. Our mother tongue is German, but we try to translate it to the best of our abilities. Thank you. Dear Salomon, you requested that I ask questions on different subjects today. I would like to start with love. Love that moves all. The energy that no one can really understand and that no one can really live without. Please begin to tell me what you know about love, and then I will follow up perhaps with a couple of more questions.
With pleasure. The love of all things of life is one of the most beautiful and at the same time most difficult experiences. If you want to love all of life, then you cannot just love one person only, because your energy will recognize the love in all that is. But your question is directed mainly at the love between man and woman, right?
Yes, although I don't want to limit it like that. So you can continue to talk about the love of all, that is, if that is also incorporates the love between man and woman, or between two people, as the case may be. You can do that as you wish.
If we name the love of all that is, we have already named a great and important form of love. The all love wants to experience the innermost feelings of all forms of existence in its entirety by paying attention to everything and recognizing the beauty in everything. But you must have a particular attitude in order to do this. Only if you deflect your attention away from just one person or thing will you be capable to experiencing the all love. This is rarely the case. For people think the true fulfillment can only be found in the love for a single person. Or to put it a little more differently, the love for one person as a life partner or one person as a child respectively. But even there, we are already talking about the many facets of love. Let's stay with the way we experience love for a single person. People who want to experience this think that the love for just one person entitles them to all of this person's attention, and they expect full reciprocity. But that is nothing but illusion. When a person loves from the bottom of his heart, he can deny the wishes of his ego. But if he directs his feeling via his ego, he cannot. If you truly love, you can also spread this love around.
Please let us be a little more specific here. When a person is young and newly in love, all of this is very exciting, the first love, and you are terribly afraid that you may lose this person again. Isn't that understandable?
Yes. But all of that is a kind of unreflected and ego-directed love, Sylvia. The soul loves differently.
Okay, but the people want to know how to deal with these situations. After all, this will create a terrible gap in your life. When you lose a person you have loved, be it through death or more generally through separation. What would you like to tell the people about love? To make them understand the principle of love better.
If you strive to unfold the wisdom of your soul during your lifetime, your feelings will transform. You will learn to transcend the initial form of ego-directed love that you cannot hold another person or force him to remain or to change. You cannot manipulate him. And so you should use your lifetime to learn that love is a power that is, like the flower of life, limitless and wide. You will not make your love flourish through holding another back when he wants to go, by controlling him when he is slow to communicate, or by ensnaring him in the other complex human relationship patterns. No. It is the freedom, the expansiveness, and the largesse with which you meet a person that matters most. What I mean to say with this is that true, deep love doesn't know any control and any scheming, and it does not need either. True love, deep and rock solid, is like a power that issues forth from the source, and it will not be driven away by freedom, but will flourish in it.
But there are people who love, they feel the deep love, and they lose it again. What then is the problem there?
These people have handled this precious energy too mindlessly. Love needs space. But if you do not feel space, or if you block it through fear or other concerns, you will diminish this energy, forcing this powerful, impulsive, all-quickening energy to peter out.
So you mean to say that these people can actually kill or diminish the true force of love through their restrictive, controlling ways, right?
Right. Through fear and other forms of the ego, they are almost able to destroy the intense power of love.
That means that only those people who love with a wide open heart, completely without expectations, will be able to keep and preserve this power and give it wings?
This is a very complex subject, Sylvia. The all-important key here is not the unconditional love for this person, but the openness and the wideness with which this love will be conducted. If you live the power of love openly and with all your heart, it will make you grow. But if you keep yourself small and controlling, thinking that this is love, you will make it wither away.
Okay, so in a relationship you should treat the other openly and magnanimously. Magnanimously. But what if someone is afraid of abandonment? What would you say to those people?
I would advise them to meditate and to reflect on their life until they have found the reason for these feelings. Contemplate them, reflect on them, and then seek balance. Only if you live without fear can you truly experience the whole power and beauty of the power of love. Everything else is only a vague image of some fleeting feelings that you may have mistaken for love. It is the memory of these feelings, the hopeless longing for them. But the answer lies within you. If you are afraid to lose the other, you should look at yourself and reflect on why you are so afraid. If you are afraid that the other may betray your covenant, you should look at yourself and reflect on why you harbor these kinds of doubts in the first place, and on the other hand, why the other is betraying you. The fault often lies with you. People react to each other. Nothing ever happens without reason. Everything is connected to everything else. Everything is interplay and interconnection. Therefore, please understand that the reasons for the problems that you experience in connection with love are all to be found inside you, and hence are to be solved within you and not outside of you.
Well, okay, I would like to ask this for precision's sake, in that after you have realized that the outer circumstance also change. I mean, on the outside.
Truly correct. But the reason lies within you, as I said before. Within you all.
You say that love is manifold. Please continue to talk about the other forms of love, since we already talked about all love and romantic love.
If you have children, this is another form of love that you are permitted to experience. Love for the children is one of the hardest tests of a soul in the world of matter. For when you have children, you want to raise them only in your own beliefs and your own image. But the realization that the souls of the children also experience their own impulses, their own past, their own previous lives, and their own wishes, not only demands much largesse, but also support through control. Therefore, this is one of the most difficult tests, because on the one hand, you need to create the forms that provide protection and guidance for these beings. In other words, a form of control. But on the other hand, you have to create for them the freedom to break these forms and to outgrow them. All of this demands a lot of flexibility from you. But how could it be any other way? Because you also will grow with this task. But what I mean to say with that is that the love for a child is the most interesting test for your inner form. Love and support. Love and liberate.
Please continue. What are other forms of love as well?
Another form is, for instance, the love of friendship. If there is a very deep human friendship, it can be very close to the form of a sexual relationship. Then, the only difference between these forms of love is sexual attraction.
I understand. And what next?
Wise people can love other people because of their actions, without the other person even knowing them or knowing about this. This is very close to all love, but it is still a material form of love, in that here important material impulses are given that accelerate the development of other people.
I understand.
And the love for nature and for all other forms of being is of course very close to the form of all love. And to close the circle, let us say that everything that goes beyond the love for the structures of friendship, of family, and of sexual partnership is already a form of all love, the highest form of being, the loving in the being. If you, the listener, wish to expand your soul in order to be able to feel all love, then begin now and regard the beauty of the life that surrounds you. Try to see the beauty in every step that you take, in every breath that you take, in everything that you experience, however insignificant it may seem to you at times. Even if it is sometimes hidden in darkness, seek it. Seek this love, and you will find it. Your perception will change to a concentration on the totality of being from the concentration on a single aspect. Through this, your whole perception will change, and everything that you feel will seem different, but it is still the same as before. It is your soul that has opened and expanded. Know this. All limits that you set for yourself or for other people or your relationships or within your family also limit your own love energy in this world.
Well, that is actually really rather easy. If you set limits, you limit yourself. If you open yourself, you have no limits. You will not experience any limits for yourself anymore, right?
Right. All of this is very easy and very hard at the same time. I can fully understand if people do not understand this.
But tell me, King Solomon, how was it with you? How did you do this? I mean, you had many women, I believe, but you also had one beloved one, and you had your people. What exactly was your principle of love?
I wanted to experience the all love that my friends had told me about. Therefore, I experienced this love more and more every day. My beloved was my special companion because we shared many things. We were of the same spirit, and she understood my whole being, and I hers. This created a very loving partnership, which also was very sexually rewarding. But the concubines of my house were very loving ladies also, and I respected and loved their being. My people were my children. I loved them like my children. That was the key in all of my decisions.
Is there something that you would like to add as a conclusion sentence to this very complex and yet so easy subject?
Yes,
Then please speak.
love, my dear friends, will always change. It is the cosmic power that you carry inside you, like the flame of life in your body. Through mindfulness and potential, you will be able to make this flower blossom like never before. All will grow and be. If you are open for the magnitude of this energy, you will experience it. You will experience it in all of its powerful magnitude. If you limit yourself and others, you will only experience it in a limited fashion or not at all anymore. You decide. Every single person for himself.
You put this very nicely. Tell me, do you know whether there is a sort of destiny for every person, according to which you will meet a person who will be such a partner?
No. This is a wise question, Sylvia, that you must ask of the spiritual friends, which have better knowledge of the laws of the resonances. I know the laws of matter and of their effects, and I'm therefore happy to talk about those.
Okay. Would you like to say anything else? No? Well then, we will end this here and carry on tomorrow. Any particular subject?
No.
Then I will prepare one. I thank you very much. Thank you. Love.
Thank you, Sylvia.